Everything we do here at James Project focuses on caring for vulnerable women and children because we believe that's the call that God has placed on every one of us as Christians.
Hello, everyone. We're back with a May update. Even though we're in the middle of May, I was gone all last week, so I'm sorry we're late. But hey, Brian, how are you?
Hi, Kathy. I'm great.
Good, good. So, what's going on down in Guatemala? It's been a while.
Well, we are celebrating still because we have our very first 4-year college graduate in
That's
sailing. If anybody remembers sailing, she when we went down our first time in 2006, she was there. She's one of the originals that we met, and I can't remember the dates or what age, but at some point she went home with to be with her mom, and then showed up again. We used to have family visits in the city, and I was there with the group. And she showed up and said, "My mom abandoned me again. Can I please come back?" And so we did. We took her back. She went through the court system, and anyway, she was. We're just so proud of her. I mean, we've had some girls go through nursing school, a 2-year program. This is our first 4-year university graduate. So
That's
we're
amazing.
praising God and thankful for sailing. She's an amazing young woman.
And you've supported her throughout the whole thing, correct?
Yeah, I mean, she's been on scholarship this whole time, and she's done a phenomenal job. She's a model for other girls, for sure.
Amazing. And what did she get a degree in? I forget.
Social work.
Oh, great.
Yeah, yeah. So
It's
passed
amazing.
all of her tests, and she's a graduate. It's so fun seeing those pictures, with their. We couldn't be there. She wanted us to be there. We're gonna have a little celebration for her when we go down next.
Mhm. Good, good.
Yeah, I'm
And
very
what an
proud of her.
amazing thing for her to I'm sure she could have never imagined it as a kid living in a children's home that she would one day be a college graduate.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was saying. She's an example for all the kids that come through of what can be someday. I'm
Mhm.
very thankful to our board members, David and Mariana. She's lived with them for this whole time that she's been going to school in Guatemala City. She's lived with them, and they've pretty much adopted her as their own.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, we're blessed that she was able to be out of a good family as well.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, because there aren't any colleges in Monjas, just the high school, right?
Right. Well, the local kids typically go to Jalapa or Jutiapa
Right,
for
right.
college.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the schools in the city are probably a little better.
Mhm. Mhm. That's terrific.
Yeah.
Wonderful news. What else is going on?
Well, we have a new team coordinator.
Mhm.
Her name is Priscilla. She was born in Guatemala, was raised in Florida, and is now back in Guatemala. Her dad's a pastor there in Monjas. He's part of our United in Christ program, so he's in
Wonderful.
our network.
Mhm.
And she's a sweet young woman, 21 years old, so she's young, but very willing to learn, very willing to work, and she's excited to be a
That
part of
is
the ministry. And we're excited to have her.
good. That's great.
There's a lot of transition. There has been a lot of transition in that area, and we just ask for grace from team members that team season starting soon, and it's going to be a lot for her to take in.
Yeah.
So we ask for grace and patience.
Mhm.
Mandy, if many of you know Mandy, is going to go down and train her for 2 weeks,
Mhm.
and then we have another young lady who's going to go down just to help her, basically to give her some rest in between, because we have 10 weeks
Wow.
of, teams, and one of those is a shorter team, basically just a weekend team, but that's a lot,
A lot.
and she's going to be exhausted, not just from learning, but I mean from being back on the go all the time. So
Mhm.
hopefully
Yeah.
we have a plan in place that it won't overwhelm her.
Good. I bet she'll do great. Young people do better than us that
That's
are a
true.
little older.
That's true. That's true.
That's great. What else is going on?
We also have a new director of our school. Her
Mhm.
name is Paola. She's actually the daughter of one of our long time Tias. And
Nice.
actually, her brother is one of our house dads.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, great family. She's she's a great young woman. We've known her for a long time, and we're happy to have her on board. And so far she's done a great job, and I don't expect that to change.
That's great. And she's been there a while prior too as a teacher, correct?
Yeah, she started out as a teacher, yeah,
Good.
and has the credentials. And when the opportunity came available, she stepped in, and hopefully she'll be there a long time, like we hope Priscilla is. Turnover isn't inevitable, but
All right. In any
we like it
organization.
when they stay long term.
Yeah, that's always nice. And do you have an outbreak of some sort going
Yeah,
on?
chicken pox is going around. As you can imagine, with that many kids in close quarters, when one gets it, many are going to get it. So I'm not sure I know the numbers over like 10, 12 right now, probably more, and more will come.
Mhm.
And so we're working on, excuse me, quarantining those that have it, and so that maybe it won't spread. But chicken pox is chicken pox. It's going to happen
Yeah.
sooner or later. So
Yeah. And it passes.
if it's a little bit of stress on the house parents and the tias, but um, it'll pass. It's not the first time we've had an outbreak, and it won't be the last.
No, not with kids.
Exactly.
All right. And what's going on over at the Village of Hope?
Finally, we have an answer. I don't know if we've shared this really very clearly, but we've had a hard time getting electricity set up. Electricity in Guatemala is terrible anyway, but trying to get hooked up a new line to a new property can be difficult. Basically, we had to get permission from a landowner who was hard to find. He wasn't in Guatemala, so we had to locate him in the States just to get permission to basically use the transformer on the pole on his property. And that's been done. Now we're working out the details, and instead of using a generator for construction, we'll have electricity, and we're very thankful.
Yeah.
Could have been a lot longer process, but it's worked out that it's not as long as we thought it was going to be.
Good. That's great.
Very thankful for that.
Wonderful. What else is
And
going
we have a team. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, what else is going on at the Village of Hope?
We have a team coming soon in a couple of weeks that are going to build a playground at the Village of Hope. So as soon as the housing is done and the first families move in, the playground will be there waiting for the kids.
Wow.
Which, I can imagine, their eyes when they go visit the first time, and that's there waiting for them. I mean, what a blessing. It's one of those small things that you don't think about, but hopefully will be a big deal to them and for the mothers too, to see a place for their kids to go outside and already be at home basically.
Yeah. We think of it as adults as something simple, but for them play is everything for a kid. It's so therapeutic and helpful. So yeah, that's wonderful.
And if they moved in and there was nothing for them to do there, I mean, that what do kids do when they're bored? They get in trouble usually. So hopefully this will help with that.
Yeah, that's great. Wonderful. And team season, you said, is ramping up soon in a couple of weeks. So it'll be a busy 10 weeks. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So if you are on a schedule to come on a team, again, we ask for your patience. We're glad you're coming. Please welcome our new staff, if you would, and help them to learn, help her, Priscilla mostly, that you'll be interacting with, help her to do her job well. Teams can be a blessing, and we certainly hope that everyone that comes will be a blessing.
Yeah, that'll be wonderful. And you've got some fundraisers coming up, right?
We do. I just want to continue to promote our golf tournaments coming up. We have one in Springfield, Missouri on August 18th, and then our Kansas City tournament on October 17th. And we need prayer for those. I mean, those are huge fundraisers for us. People might say, well, I live across the country. What can I do? A gift card of some sort sent in the mail would be huge. We can put that in a raffle or in a silent auction and raise money. A Walmart card, McDonald's card, anything, that's nationwide that they could use anywhere. We can use in those tournaments to raise money. And of course, we always need sponsors. You don't have to be local to be a sponsor. Donations toward the events are always needed and welcome. You don't have to be local to do that. Playing in it would be a little tough, but some people will. We've had people from Arkansas drive up to Springfield, and that's not terribly long distance, but it can happen.
Drive. Yeah, that's great.
So
Oh, good.
anyway, yeah, we're preparing for that. So you'll be seeing promotional stuff pretty regularly until
Mhm.
they're over.
Yeah. And it's wonderful to know that we can support from all corners of the country, even in a
Yes,
small way, just with a gift card or something. That's good to know. And
yes,
your address they can find on the website, correct? If they
yes. Or they can contact Tiffany or I, and we can send our home address
Okay,
depending on what it is. But yes.
good. All right. That's exciting. So, anything else that we forgot?
I think that's all I have on my notes. I'm sure I forgot something, but
That's
things are
okay.
always changing, and it's to be expected. So
Yeah.
if by this time, the next update, I'm sure there'll be a lot more to report.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always a lot going on down there.
Always.
Makes me feel a little lazy sometimes up here when one month to another I haven't, not a lot has changed in my life. So, not lazy,
Well,
just,
we've
less.
always said that if things aren't changing, then God has stopped moving, and we need
Mm,
something's wrong. So
yeah.
with
Yeah.
with changes, that would just mean God's making it
Mhm.
better.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're
Always.
along for the ride. Whatever He wants, we're
Mhm.
here for.
Yeah. All right. Wonderful. Well, thank you, Brian, and hopefully we'll have one the beginning of June. I know I won't be out of town, so that'll be easier.
All right. Thank you, Kathy, for all you do. We appreciate you.
Thank you.